Hello, welcome to Dream Talk. I'm Bob Overton, and goodness, the subject today is misinformation. Um, we have so much in the world. We have so much twisted um, opinions, accusations. You know, we have President Trump in the White House, and the reporter's asking, he's trying to get rid of um, nuclear stuff to get rid of the bomb. So, so this radicalized country cannot use a nuclear bomb to blow up a whole city. And they ask him, are you considering using nuclear weapons in Iran? It's like, uh, where'd that come from? No. Actually, we want to stop nuclear weapons. It's so crazy. But when we talk about dreams and the way dreams come and how dreams are used, God uses things that you believe to talk about things you don't know about, things you need to learn. And the only thing that can help you find the truth of what a dream means is the witness of the Holy Spirit on the inside. Because dreams are meant to deceive. I said that the other day, and I was accused of saying that God created the devil. And I was accused, now I'll be accused of saying that that God created misinformation. He did. It's the parables. He uses the hardness of our hearts and the accusations in our identities to attack us in dreams. And that's why you need a dream interpreter. Because God will use the things you believe that bring fear and the things that you believe that are actually happening in your life to talk about something you don't know, don't see. People have no idea that God is so creative that He creates a dream using what's in your life, the people you know, the people you will see one day, the people you grew up with, people in school, parents, grandparents. He will use anything in your life to weave a story about something you don't know. I've seen him use an exact event that was going to happen the next day, and the event happened, just like they saw it in the dream. But when we looked at it, we looked at the dream in line with the other dreams the person was having. The meaning of the dream was way different than what actually happened in the natural. It gave significance to some things that this person was asking God about. The parabolic language in the Bible is so crazy. So last week I talked about where demons come from, where evil spirits are created, that man is the source and the authority. When we create identity in the flesh, we create a spirit that brings death to our quality of life, feelings, emotions, and thoughts. 98% of our dreams, that's what they reveal. Now I know that there are some people that are going to think that that God made the devil and all of this stuff, and no, what I said was clear. We make the spirits when we have trauma. We could be in the womb and struggling with an umbilical cord. and an identity can be formed, and a dream can reveal it. Many autism can happen in this way. And we don't know the trauma where a child stepped into an identity that causes them to be so disruptive and out of control. But dreams are the keys to understanding and finding out what's going wrong in a person's life, why they're so upset about certain things. And you find out, oh, they have an identity formed in trauma, an identity, a house. We build a house, and then we fill it with the spirit, with the identity of what happened to them. Whether it's divorce, a breaking up of a relationship, a death in the family, rape. So many things happen. To be beat up by a bunch of kids, to be bullied. This stuff creates identity, and then it brings fear. It brings feelings, emotions, and thoughts. And God uses our belief system to talk to us about what's going on inside of us. The spirits that we are listening to, that are leading us, that are destroying our quality of life. When I talk about the Bible and all the parables in the Bible, one of the biggest parable I had to get by, I think, well, Job is a big parable. It's a satire. It's not actually true. There's many things in Job that are accurate, like when it comes to dreams. But why would God use or even talk to a fictitious creature called Satan? You see, this is, I call it a fictitious creature, and now maybe, I've lost half my audience. Well, if you believe that there's a devil that's in charge of all the devils and he's running this dark world, you are living in the parable. The next parable that I'd like to talk about is the temptation of Christ, where the devil takes him to the top of a temple. You know, this is stuff that we see in dreams a lot. So the devil, God didn't create the devil, but he might have created a creature to represent the flesh. The snake in chapter 3 of Genesis. Oh, a snake spoke and it tempted Eve. Well, when you look up the meanings of a snake, they're the same. It's the wisdom of the flesh. Jesus and John the Baptist called the Pharisees and the scribes who twist the law for their own good snakes and vipers. God uses things that we know, things that we assume. He knows what we talk about and what we believe. And so in the Bible, Jesus is casting out evil spirits, and they're saying, oh, you cast them out by Beelzebub. And Jesus says, his kingdom would fall. If I cast out spirits by Beelzebub, because his kingdom is divided. No, when I cast out spirits, I cast them out by the finger of God. He didn't say whether Beelzebub, the leader of the devil, of the evil spirits, the devils, or maybe Beelzebub is the devil, or Satan, or however you apply these things. Why don't you think that Revelation has had an interpretation yet? The whole world should be able to read about what Revelation means. Why? Why can't we? We don't know what Revelation means because the meanings of the symbols are hidden because of the things we believe about the hidden world, about the unknown. We don't have a basis to attach the symbols to our lives. And because you see, God uses the things we believe in a way to twist the truth, to bring the truth. I can tell you this for sure. The false prophet, the Antichrist, the beast, Satan, the dragon, all of these things are manifestations of the flesh on the earth. You know, someone came to me this week and said, well, the devil is the leader of all all the evil spirits, and one day he's going to be cast out of heaven. I'm like, really? So God, the God of love, the God who is holy and pure, the God who is separated unto himself, holy, he hangs around with the devil? Yeah, not a chance. The devil is not in the place of heaven, at least where God is. But you see, is the devil more than the authority given to man on the earth to rule? And when we eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, when we're drawn away of our own lusts and enticed, and when we conceive sin, according to James, death comes forward. Why did Jesus come, according to John 10:10? The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus comes to give life more abundantly. Jesus died on the cross to overcome death, to show us how to destroy death in the flesh, so that we could enjoy our lives. We could have good feelings, emotions, and thoughts. The devil has power over death. Well, who is the devil? The devil is the spirits we create in the flesh. The parabolic language, I'm telling you truth, and I'm telling you there are spirits in many of you that are going to twist what I'm saying. That's going to make it like, oh my God, he's a heretic, he's a liar. I need to know these things. I need to know the truth of how everything works. So when I interpret dreams and when I pray with you, your life will change. It's because dreams come to everybody, but not everyone believes that dreams come from God. But I know dreams come from God. And I know that He hides in the parable. So you can go on living just like you want. The dream is an invitation to change. A dream is an invitation to get an abundant life. Well, this is Dream Talk with Bob. I'm not trying to stir the pot. Dreams are interpreted by the Holy Spirit, by having a right heart and right spirit, and the Holy Spirit confirms it when you get the meaning. God uses things that we don't know about, or He uses people we know to talk about people we don't know. He is always flipping the script, doing opposites, and the parables, the riddles, the strong sayings, the dark things, the devil and Satan. I've seen them all in dreams, but that's the only place you'll see them, is in dreams, because they're not real beings. They represent spirits created from the flesh. All right. Probably offended enough people here. Hope to see you next week. This is Dream Talk with Bob.